okay? Those are the two things. The body dictates that this must happen. You cannot lie. He's going to go there, or he's going to come there, okay? These are the two highest levels, professional, international, these levels. The best players can open up, show you an open position like they're going through there, and then at the last second, snap the ankle off and bring it back to your right side. All right? For the most part, at the youth levels, anywhere between 10 years of age and say 17 or 18 years of age, this isn't going to happen. It requires a high level of skill. It requires a high level of body control. All right? It requires a high level of control into experience and control in terms of your speed in the moment, emotional control, psychological control. For the majority of you players who are watching this will not apply. For people who are professional players, for people who play for their national teams, this is another element to be aware of, that open position that is showing to your left side, but as the downswing comes, the ankle gets snapped off, and now the ball is coming back to you. Once you've read this moment, once you've sat here, you've seen, all right, which way the body is turning for the shooter. Now, a couple things need to happen. Number one, your brain recognition has to be instantaneous. All right, the speed at which you're processing the information that your eyes are giving has to be in the snap of a finger. All right, the only way to really acquire that recognition speed is through training this consistently, a couple times a week, 2 to 3 times a week. 5 to, 10, 15 minutes at a time. All right? Once you recognize which way the body is on the downswing is open or closed, now it's about you must step at an angle. You never want to step sideways, directly sideways, because we're not being as aggressive as we can in the dive. We're not covering as much of the angle as we should be covering. We can cover 2 to 3 times the amount of ball going at an angle at 45-degree angles as opposed to just going sideways without having to expend any more energy. So when we're coiled here, you want to step off at a severe angle, I would say anywhere between 30 and 40 degrees here, all right, and go. Explode, stretch the arms out. Again, the hands and the arms want to follow out at the angles. Try to cut off as much space as you possibly can. Not every ball, even if you read it correctly, not every ball is savable. From the forward's perspective, it's his job, or the shooter's perspective, it's his job to put the ball somewhere between here and here. If the shooter can do that successfully, then that's fine. That's his job. What we're looking for is for the shooter to give us an opportunity and put it maybe somewhere in this range, here, all right, to give us a chance at saving the penalty kick. So the best way to train this for you guys is to, after practice, right, take 2, 3, 4 of your teammates who are shooters and just say, okay, stand in the goal here and to have one of them shoot 10 to 15 balls all to one side. You just sit here in a good position and just watch. You're not to dive, you're not, just watch the body. Sit here and watch the body. Let the shooter take 10 or 15 balls all going to your right side. Then have your next teammate come up and take 10 or 15 balls and have them shoot them all to your left side, every one of them. Just sit here and just look at the body. Look, make your picture from the ball all the way up to the shoulders. And look at all of that picture, all right, as the leg is on the downswing. Then in the next round, all right, take your teammates and say, okay, now you're free to shoot either to the right or to the left, either way. As the working goalkeeper, sit here, be prepared, and now as the leg is on the downswing, try to make your read in terms of open, the body open, or the body closed, and just point to the direction that you think he's going to go. Do not point until the leg is on the downswing. You must make this read first. All right? It's not guessing. It's about reading the body mechanics. The body mechanics cannot lie. So you must read those mechanics before you can try to know where it is you're going. So in the second round, let them take 10 or 15. They can go to either side, and all you're going to do is just a point. All right? Whichever way that you're reading. Sometimes you'll be right, sometimes you'll be wrong. In the beginning of this process, you're going to find that you're wrong more often than you're right. But the more you practice this skill set, your consistency will increase, and you'll find that your percentages of reading increase as well. All right? In the third and final sequence, you allow the teammate, all right, we'll take 10 or 15 shots. You could go to either side, right or left. And now in this sequence, the third and final sequence, you're allowed, you make the read and then dive and try to make the save. It's important that in this moment, unless the ball is in tight to the body, don't feel the need to try to catch every ball cleanly. If the ball is out towards the post and you feel like you can't make a clean catch, that's fine. Just tip the ball away. Now, that's not to say we box the ball away, all right, because the more we box, the less control we have. So we still want to use the hands, we still want to use the palms. We're going to push away because of the speed of the shot we can control by pushing out that way, or if we're looking to tip around or over the bar, then we just open the palm there, or if we're going over the bar, bringing the top hand and tipping there. All right. In terms of the height at which you want to dive, all right, you're here, you make a read. Maybe I read this way, I step, I'm going to take a dive plane about this high or so. All right. As I'm stepping, the shot will be taken. I can read, and now I can adjust my arms and my body height depending on how high the ball is. One other very easy way to train this technique is to go to a game, any game where you're not participating, but you're a spectator, whether it be a youth team game or a professional game, if you can, sit behind the goal. If you have the ability to go and stand behind the goal, go and stand behind the goal and just watch the players shoot the ball. When they're shooting during pre-game warm-up, all right, look at their body mechanics. Look, when they on the downswing, is their body open where they're tending to go to this side? Is their body closed down at the point of striking the ball where they're tending to go to our right? This is an easy way where you can just watch, keep in your mind as the player's about to shoot, just make a mental note to yourself where you think he's going to my right or he's going to my left. All right? Penalty kicks, they're a skill set, just like taking of crosses, just like diving, just like catching. It's something that needs to be trained on a consistent basis. The more you train on a consistent basis, the more you're comfortable you're going to feel with reading the body, the more consistent you're going to get in terms of making the correct reads, the faster your recognition speed is going to be, and the more success you're going to have in a game. One penalty kick save could change the entire dynamic of a game. All right? The entire momentum, it could affect the psychology of both teams, and one successful penalty save might win you the game.